Your expensive camera is wasting its potential, not because of the sensor, but because of where you're grading. Most editors place their notes in the wrong order, and it kills everything your camera captured. Today I'm showing you the 13-step film look formula that turns flat digital footage into cinema. And the first step breaks everything YouTubers teach. Here's the mistake that's destroying your footage. Most people add their color space transform first, then grade after it. That's backwards. Channel information flows left to right. When you grade after converting to Rec. 709, you're working in a tiny color space. Your camera captured all that color data in its wide gamut and you just threw it away before you even started. Grade before the transform. Your footage stays in DaVinci wide gamut while you work. A massive color space with everything your camera captured. You spent thousands on a better camera for that color space. Don't waste it. Now let's build the foundation. Film doesn't clip highlights like digital sensors do. Digital goes from bright to white instantly. Film rolls off smoothly. That gradual transition into white is the texture your footage is missing. Reduce the white point and watch the curve. See how the highlights gradually compress instead of hitting a hard wall. That's film roll-off. Increase the highlight roll-off amount and look at how subtly it recovers information from areas that looked blown out. Now shadows. Film has milky blacks, not crushed blacks. Increase the black point. Increase shadow roll-off. Your shadows get that flat, milky film quality without losing all detail. But here's the secret weapon most people miss: color protection. Without color protection, every tonal adjustment shifts your colors. Highlights warm up, shadows go green, your entire grade falls apart. With color protection enabled, you get clean tonal changes with zero color contamination. That's your foundation. One note: proper film texture. Next, contrast in the colors themselves, not in the exposure. Film spectral contrast works on each color channel independently. Red contrast injects depth into the red channel. Green contrast adds separation to the midtones. Blue contrast adds coolness and depth to the highlights. Each channel works independently. Your exposure doesn't move. Now the powerful part, the subtractive density. When I increase density, luminance drops. The colors get deeper, richer, more saturated, but darker. This is how real film works. Color dyes in film emulsion block light as they stack up. More color means less light passing through. Digital saturation brightens everything. Film saturation darkens. That fundamental difference is why digital footage looks fake. Split toning lets you inject different colors into your highlights and shadows independently. This is how you start building mood. I want cyan in my shadows. Reduce shadow red. Since cyan is the opposite of red on the color wheel, reducing red pushes cyan into those areas. Increase the shadow split amount and look at the vector scope. Watch how it splits your curve into separate tonal regions. Then adjust the shadow split hue. The shadow color rotates 360 degrees. You can pick any shadow tone you want: cyan, blue, purple, green. It's incredibly precise. Now we get into color manipulation. Color swap lets you target specific colors in your frame and shift them. Turn on the yellow mask. Increase the range until your target is fully covered. This mask system tells the software exactly which pixels are yellow. Any adjustment you make now only affects these pixels. Shift the hue. Watch the color go from yellow to orange to red. Pixel level targeting. You're not qualifying anything. You're telling the software where these pixels are interpolated. Red mask, increase range to capture all red pixels. Shift the hue. This also affects skin tones, so be careful. You can inject different colors into the reds. There's a second color engine, color density. This is how I always saturate footage now. It uses subtractive saturation, similar to film spectral contrast, but even more powerful. Increase global density and watch the waveform. Luminance drops, colors get less bright but more saturated. The brightness darkens proportionally. Normal digital saturation adds brightness with color. Color density subtracts brightness while adding color. That's the film look. Color dyes block light. Now per channel density. Open the red mask, reduce density on skin. This pulls redness out of faces while keeping everything else untouched. Increase cyan density, the sky and cool tones get richer. Increase blue density, shadows get more depth. Look at the magenta mask. Increase the range, then increase density. Colors you didn't see before suddenly appear in the image. Look at the buildings in the background. Previously washed out, now isolated, pulled back with richness added. This engine brings out colors your camera captured but your eyes couldn't see. Here's the rule that never breaks. No matter how good your grade looks, if skin tone fails, everything fails. Bad skin tone destroys credibility instantly. Turn on the skin tone map. Your entire image divides into 3 zones: orange, yellow, and blue. Orange means perfectly aligned with the skin tone line on the vector scope. Adjust the skin range until your subject's face reads solid orange. Adjust skin hue until 99% of your skin turns to the orange zone. Watch the redness disappear from the face. Check your vector scope. The skin dot should sit right on the skin tone line. That's the mathematical guarantee that your skin tone is accurate. Skin density controls how fair or dark the skin appears. Richness restored, fairness correct, perfectly aligned. This is non-negotiable. Film Mixer is where the magic happens. This is palette building on steroids. And the math behind it is matrix-based, not pixel-based. No matter how hard you push it, you cannot deteriorate the image. Increase the teal and pink slider and watch the vector scope. All your colors are being massaged into the teal-orange line. Skin stays protected. This is how Hollywood creates consistent color palettes across an entire film. Or try teal and orange. Same engine, different target. But here's the real power: RGB output channels. Opposite of cyan is red. Reduce red output and watch the vector scope. Every color in the frame shifts towards cyan. Matrix math recalculates the entire palette simultaneously. You're not pushing pixels, you're reshaping the entire color matrix. Zero quality loss. Reduce blue output. Opposite of blue is yellow. The whole scene warms up. Increase green output. Magentas appear in the shadows. 3 sliders. 3 complete mood shifts. This is the ultimate creative tool. Film separation stretches your color palette across 3 axes, spreading colors further apart for more richness and separation. Red and cyan slider. When I increase it, all your color information stretches along the red-cyan axis. Reds get redder, cyans get more cyan. The palette expands. Magenta and green. This axis twists the palette around, bringing up different vibes. Blue and yellow completes the 3-axis system. Together, these 3 sliders let you calibrate and reshape your palette with surgical precision. Film printer lights is the last major color tool. Think of this as printer lights on steroids. It injects color that wasn't there before. Previous tools manipulated colors already in your camera. Film printer lights adds color beyond your capture, with shadow protection and skin protection built in. Increase green and yellow. Instantly you get a vintage tone injected into the image. This color wasn't in your original footage. Push blue and cyan instead. Cold, clinical, desolate. Same shot, completely different emotion. What do you want the audience to feel? Warm and welcoming? Cold and isolated? Printer lights give you that power. And skin stays protected throughout. Now we have a clean graded image, but it's too clean. Digital sensors don't have texture. Film does. Increase grain and reduce grain size. But what makes this grain system special is 3 dimensions. Most grain tools are one-dimensional. Just an overlay on top. This grain reacts to your tonal range. Reduce mid-tone response and watch the grain clear from skin. Shadow response up. Grain lives in the shadows. Highlight response up. Grain lives in the bright areas. 3-dimensional grain that responds to the image like actual film emulsion. It breathes with the tonal range. Sharpening is where your lens gets an upgrade in post. Most sharpening tools create artificial halos. This one doesn't. Increase sharpen strength and radius. The math is physics-based, creating physical sharpness, not artificial edge enhancement. The algorithm targets only areas that are less sharp, leaving your natural depth of field intact. If your lens is a bit soft but you love the color rendering, this is the best bet. Finally mode blue. That optical glow you see in real lenses when light scatters through the glass. Increase bloom, reduce size for tighter glow, increase threshold so only the brightest areas bloom. Sometimes bloom introduces an unnatural green cast. Reduce the green slightly, increase yellow. Still playing back at 24 frames per second. Grain, sharpening, bloom, all active. Real time, 13 steps, 1 node structure, flat digital footage to cinema. Save this as a preset. Apply to your next shot. Same look, instantly matched across your entire project. Every tool follows the physics of real film. Tonal roll-off, subtractive saturation, matrix color mixing, 3-dimensional grain, skin protection throughout, PFA color suite. Free trial link in the description. Price is going up again. Grab the 30% off offer before it's gone. Passion fuels ambition. I'll see you in the next grade.